The Indian wedding industry is the second largest in the world, just behind the US. And the total value of the Indian wedding industry is estimated at $50 billion compared to the $70 billion in the United States and $350 billion worldwide. Big figures, right? More than 10 million weddings are taking place in India each year, and out of which approximately 70% are rural weddings and the balance 30% are urban weddings. For many analysts, this means that the global Indian wedding industry is one that is recession-proof. Some estimate the wedding industry in India to be a staggering 350,000 crores with growth rate topping 20%. In case the slide doesn't change, just let me know. The average wedding age in India is one of the lowest in the world. The ladies are in the year of 20.7 years and for women and 24.9 for men. And with half of India's population under 30 years of age, this is documented. The marriage market will only grow over the next 10 years. We have the youngest democratic age in the world across. And if you remember, I pointed out, the Indian wedding industry typically grows 20% year on year. And there are over 9 lakh weddings per month that takes place in India with over 10 million marriages celebrated throughout a full year. This means there are 30,000 weddings per day for the Indian wedding industry and 30,000 per annum per day. Now you divide it by those 100 days. So per day during the season, during the Saya dates, you can imagine the number of weddings happening across India. And these are the ones which are being documented, for which we have statistics. There are so many weddings which are happening in small towns where data collection has not happened or has been collated. You get accountability. There are wedding timelines to be met. Research on venues are required. Believe me, a lot of research. Ask me, I'm aware of it. Action reminders are needed. Meetings and follow-ups need to be planned well in advance. Design and decor needs to be worked on. Vendor contracts needs to be prepared and vetted. Very important. We need to vet the vendor's contract because we have been doing it again and again. You get to know the finer points. You don't expect the client to go through the finer details. This is where you with experience come in, wherein you know what all should be a part of the contract and what all should not be. Entertainment options need to be looked into. There's humongous varieties of entertainment now available. Booking closures needs to be done on pre-scheduled timeline. Very important, pre-scheduled timeline. Payouts and advances needs to be done and accounting tabs needs to be maintained. Guest RSVPs needs to be coordinated. Travel and logistics needs to be worked out for all the guests. The list goes on and on. You get help in budgeting. Working planners, we are ready reckoners. We come up with vast experience as this is our area of expertise. We sit down with them and help them with comparative analysis. Ye banda ka rate ye hai, he's giving you that much more. He's bringing in this value, but he's coming in with a brand image. A brand image means that he has worked in this industry for many years and you can rely on that person. He's more concerned about his brand. He will deliver to ensure he doesn't compromise on his brand. We know our industry standards. We know what is the rate which is going on. We help in the cash flow and the payouts. We work on the contract detailing and we are well aware of the contingencies which may arise time to time. Contingencies cannot say the kind of contingencies which can come up in a wedding. It's unimaginable. You always have a plan B and a plan C and a plan D. A lot of people nowadays say that for focus, we work only on plan A, but not in weddings. In weddings, you have a plan B and a plan C. Next, we are their live organizers. We help coordinate with vendors. We help do the contract detailing so that they don't have to break their head. We schedule all the meetings. And to get vendors during the peak season on board with the client at the specific time of the client and then the client rescheduling the last minute, it is a big job. And you need a proper team of channel partners, vendors whom we call channel partners, who are there with you, who understand these issues better than you and who are there for the client when the client needs them. We help them with closure of bookings. We plan and work out the minutest of details as the client hates, and we hate to leave anything to chance. We just go in deep in. We ensure that the timeline is on track and we are the 24/7 timeline. We are the sounding boards. And they definitely need one. There is just no two ways about it. You need someone, you as in the client needs someone whom they can talk to, whether it is the father or the mother of the bride, whether it is the bride herself or the groom himself, someone to bounce off their crazy ideas. हमें ये चाहिए, possible ही नहीं है sir, लेकिन चाहिए sir, नहीं है possible sir. We need to be practical. This is the issues which come up. It is a lot of things, lot of to and fro. Certain times we learn a lot from them. They come up with an idea which says, हाँ ये possible है, शायद मैं इसमें workout कर सकता हूँ. Let's give it a thought, sir. Give me a day or two. Let me work with my designer team or let me work with the channel partner team and see whether it's possible or not. But But yes, do not ever compromise on safety. Crazy idea. Think twice. Someone with whom they can compare notes. Google, they have notes, they have friends, they tell them X, Y, Z things. You are there then to tell them कि sir, ma'am, ये सब सही है, ये सब सही नहीं है. अगर आप मेरे से करा रहे हो तो ये सब सही है और ये सब मैं नहीं कर सकता, मेरे हिसाब से ये सही नहीं है. Learn to say no. They are there to take tips from you. They are there to share the moments of indecision, insecurity, happiness, joy, emotional moments. And trust me, you'll come across a lot, especially if you're a lady. And during someone, I mean, we claim to know all, and we need to put on that persona when we are meeting with a client. They need someone whom they can look up to, whom they can trust, whom they know are coming with a lot of experience. This is our area. This is where we have been working for the last decade, 2 decades, 3 decades. We have seen enough and a lot of things going right, things going wrong. We know how to take split-second decisions. They need to look at you, and when they're looking at you, you are that confident face that, sir, main hu na, Shah Rukh Khan, main hu na. And help them when they have anxiety attacks. You save time, last but not the least, on unnecessary venue visits. To understand the layout and flow, venue visits, it can be challenging, but then if you know the venue inside out, it helps your client a lot. To do vendors research, to do background checks on them, to work on all the various contracts and vet it, to set up the day meeting, the many meetings, to help on closures of booking, to ensure timelines are on track, and take care of the nitty-gritty, including RSVP, etc., etc. So to recap, why do you need a wedding planner? You get accountability, help in budgeting. They help. We are the live organizer. We are the sounding board, and we help save time. So guys, I hope this point is very much assured as to why the world today needs wedding planners. So now is going to be something which is very important, very, very important. I'm going to take you across as to the steps you need to become a wedding planner. 10 to 15 steps. These are very important. Most of you are already at it. Most of you are probably missing out on a couple of points. Give it the necessary attention, because this could be the difference between do and die at times. Number one is acquiring the necessary training. At our times, we did not have much. We were learning on the trot. We were learning with each and every event. We were making mistakes and learning. You gentlemen and ladies, have it in you. You have courses now designed which will help you with the basics on wedding planning, with the basics on event management, with the basics on client servicing. And these information, these data, these details will really help you. Go in for courses like this, online courses, YouTube, learn, avoid costly mistakes, and more importantly, you will save time going forward. Remember, the more you sweat during peacetime, the less you bleed during war times. And marriage is a war time. Once the wedding starts, you are in a war zone. So be ready. Jitna mehnat karna hai, pehle kar lo. Jitna pasina bahana hai, pehle baha lo. Join a wedding planners company as an intern. Join. You don't. So this may come as a surprise, but you don't need big degrees. Don't need big degrees to join as an intern. Next is you need a mindset for no defined working hours. Learn the various aspects you will be maintaining in a business, and hence you need to get acquainted in the areas of marketing, finance management, customer service. They are all vital to running a business. So most of you may not be coming in from specific degrees, specialized degrees. Create a business plan. Start first and foremost, decide on a business name. Be as wild, be as specific, be as generic. Everything has its advantages, pros and cons. See how you want to go about it. The services is going to offer, the marketing plans, the financial strategy, work everything out, and then put in your papers. Get your legals in place. Very important. Get a lawyer, understand from him or her what are the areas you need to work on, whether you've covered everything. Get your CA on board. Create your team of trained vendors and merchants. Oh man, this is so important. So you have people who are doing big production. You have now people who are expert in soft production. They've got a variety of fabrics with them. They have a variety of chandeliers, tabletops, cushions, cushion cover. So you name it, and it's there with them. कितना आप जमा करोगे, कितना आप जाके shopping करके लाओगे. I mean, just go across to them. Now, the way they display it is also amazing. You have it online available with you. Click off a button, you share, color coded, item-wise coded, specifics coded. It's all there now. But you need to do this homework. You need to spend time. Off-season is the best time. Reach out to different vendors. Make a note. Have an Excel sheet. Check out your best. Based on how they are price-wise, quality-wise, variety-wise, and have code numbers, have specifics on each and every vendor which you're having, so that when the time comes, you know which vendor or which channel partner for that wedding is part of your core team. Next is work on a wedding concept. आज के दिन तो you have ChatGPT, you have social media, you've got Pinterest, you've got Google. You just have to type in the word, I need an Arabian theme, I need a Moroccan theme, I need a seaside wedding. You have innumerable number of designs available. Let that be an inspiration. Bring in your thoughts, because clients are looking at something new. Look at what people are doing in different corners of the world. But again, it's bring in your thought. Bring in that one thing which makes it different than ye to main nahi dekha. Otherwise, a lot of time it happens, when you're showing them a presentation, clients says, yes, even I've seen this on Pinterest. Be candid about it. Yes, ma'am. 10, 15, 20,000 pictures. Obviously, I can't design all of them. And this is basically to understand your taste, your requirement, and then we will work on something specific and special for you. Promote your business. Very important. Promote your business. How can you promote your business? Your website is very important. Your website should be detailing, should have the website. The website should obviously always have recommendations and references of your client. What is the experience the client has had with you? Promote your ask your friends and your family to talk about you. Social media, the most important thing. A lot of people, in fact, nowadays, over a period of time, you reach a stage wherein you'll probably not want to put all your work on Instagram. There is a reason for the same. I was talking about it recently. Let's presume you have done a very huge setup. You have produced it, you have done it, and you have done it at a client's place. Now, when you're going to a client's next, and if he's already seen it, they have this habit, na kuch naya dikhao. So if you have not put it on your social media post, you can always put across, okay, sir, this is something new which I've done for you. So you can use that setup structure for maybe 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weddings across. Obviously, different communities, different sets of friends. You don't want to use it in the same friends. And that's about it.